Ready to go.
I don't know. Let me check and see if I have my microphone
Oh my
on.
God, Anna, would you let us know if we're live or not? Hello, everybody. Just in case we're not, we're just going to hang out here for a second.
Well, you know, there's always a delay. Sometimes there's a delay. It takes a
You gotta
second
hit
for
the
everybody
button.
to kick up.
Gotta hit the button.
Button's been hit. Button's been hit.
Let's see.
So we'll see.
We're on. Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Holy crap!
It's like you're in a whole
Wow,
new space
this
or
is a
something.
whole new space, and we're doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
We're gonna do lots of crazy stuff.
No, we're not.
How do we start this then?
No, we're going to do it really casual
And normal,
just like we always
nothing is
do.
happening.
Because I'm going to say, hello, my name is Brad Beard, owner and winemaker for Mercury Wine, coming to you live from downtown Geyserville again, where we weren't in downtown Geyserville for many, many moons.
But we're back.
But we are back. And where are we at, Grady?
We're in the Fermata Coffee Shop, which is literally 5 steps from the old Mercury Tasting Room.
Just south, if you know your directions.
South? Yeah, it is south. Yeah,
If you
that's
walk
south.
that way from the stop sign,
You're
if you
right.
walk this direction from the building, you will find us. But
Yes.
welcome to Happy Hour Live. My name is Brad. This is my brother Grady, where we talk about some wine, and most of all, we try to have some fun. We do some great food pairings.
Oh,
we
yeah.
give all of you that are watching some great information and really cool stuff happening today. We're going to be giving away $500 in wine. How
What?
cool is that?
From the Wine and Win raffle?
What a clever name. Who came up with that?
I think that was you.
I think that was actually Anna.
Oh.
Buy wine, win
yeah.
wine, or wine like Anna and win
Whatever.
wine. It's all about that kind of stuff.
It was whiny.
Lots
People
of,
bought wine over the holidays.
they did,
And now somebody is going to win even more wine.
Yes, 500, the equivalent of $500 worth. Not 500 actual dollars, but
Right.
$500
But you're going to
in
get
wine.
$500
Yes.
in wine.
Yes.
So much wine.
And of course, we're going to charge all the taxes, and the state of California
Oh, yes.
will run fantastic.
And just in case the ABC is watching, all taxes will be paid.
All of
the new
them
CRV on the
will be-
bottom
Oh,
will
CRV,
be paid.
Yep, everybody's going to pay their
Everything's getting
5
paid.
cents for that bottle.
Everybody's getting
is going to
paid.
happen.
Yep.
That's going to be great.
I'm
And
feeling so giddy tonight. This is exciting.
well. It is fun to finally have a home again. You know, we had a
It's been
home.
a-
We
we
had
did.
we had these at our home.
We were
But
at your home.
it is nice to have Mercury Wines home.
I am
again.
super excited for Danny because Danny won't have to see Grady showing up at 9 o'clock every
Right.
morning.
So we've been running Mercury, of course, out of the house. Technically in the dining room, but
Yes, it was your dining room.
But you know,
It's now my office.
Grady's basically a hoarder, so it became most of the house was Mercury wine.
Was stuffed full of
and
stuff.
that was a lot.
was a lot of stuff.
And then we even tried to squeeze Christmas in.
We
all
tried
of
to
that,
squeeze Christmas on top of the office.
and it was still a lot.
It was awesome.
It'd be so much more fun to put Christmas here
It
and
sure
have an
will.
office here. And on Danny's days off, you're not there. Oh,
Look at
what's
these-
that?
look at these
Brand new wine
beautiful
fridges.
Wine
Yes.
fridges. Yours if the price is right.
We have two. We have two brand new wine fridges. We've got, for those of you that are local.
There's even wine in there.
Oh, what? There's wine in there?
What? I don't think that's legal, but we just did it anyway.
No. This
Don't
is a
tell
private
anybody.
event.
That's-
This is
oh,
a
that's
private
right. We're
event.
allowed to do this.
Everything is fine. And so we have our big harvest table that we had out in the back of Mercury for the last
sexy thing.
year and a half that we were there,
Yes.
and now that has become our main bar, which is super sexy and fun. I always wanted to finish it, and so now we've got this thing finished, and it looks great. There's some brick action going over here for those of you
Yes.
that haven't been in Fermata, but it's absolutely fantastic. The other really cool thing is that we're going to be able to, between the bar and our seating that's behind us here, what we're going to do is next happy hour, we're going to have a mobile camera. So for those of you that haven't been here in a few years
We
or
are.
don't know Fermata Coffee, we'll be able to show you around, and we're going to
probably
get
do that.
some more Mercury swaggy things
Stuff.
in. But besides this great thing, we're going to have over, I think it's dang near 20 people are going to be able to hang out inside this space. And then we've got a huge patio where we're going to be able to be tasting people on wine or with the wine outside as
Sure.
well. So even though the space is technically a smidgen smaller, we're utilizing,
better, right?
yeah, it's laid out way better. And so we're going to be able to see a whole lot more people. And the other really cool thing, our best friend Ellen, who runs Fermata Coffee, she has the food license, so we're going to be able to do food and wine pairings all the
Charcuterie
time.
platters, Brad's
Charcuterie platters.
cultured cheese action.
We're going to do cultured cheese.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good cheese. It's not gonna be your downstream cheese.
That sounds.
It'll be very little Velveeta.
Which culture were you talking about? were we using biologicals to make cheese?
We
or
might be.
are we talking about we're holding our glasses like this and we're cultured because we're going to the opera tonight? Which culture were you talking
I was
about?
talking penicillin culture.
Okay, so we were talking about.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
We're gonna inoculate some stuff.
I am not making any cheese.
But we'll buy it.
We
And
will
then
buy
you'll get to
cheese that's
enjoy it.
been inoculated and is cheese friendly and safe. We are not
Cheese
making
friendly.
cheese.
We're cheese
It's
friendly.
not happening. I've got way too.
Are you
many things.
sure? You
Way.
only have 10,000
All right.
things on your plate right now.
I did. Where Grady's going is I made creme fraiche yesterday, just
Dang.
because we have nothing better to do with our
Sexy.
lives
No,
but
we
to
have
make,
nothing
make our
better.
own sour cream. And so yes, I used my buttermilk that has culture in it to make our own sour cream because we've been cooking like fiends because. We have a new Left Bank event coming up pretty
Very
soon. That's
soon.
going to be April 20th.
April 20th.
And so we're going to be working with our great friends Jim Ricard. We're going to be doing Kelling and Young, and
Yep.
we've got Bob
Bob
Dog.
Dog.
If you want to risk your life going to the mountains,
You should.
But
If you
the
can't go to the mountain,
but
let
the
the
cool
mountain come
thing
to you.
is that every time we do an event, that means that Brad's cooking.
Yep.
And tonight we're going to actually get to try some of the cooking that we're doing.
That's exciting.
Because Anna, do you want to help me out with the pronunciation, or do you think I can handle it? If you stick your finger on that one button,
There
and
you
then,
go.
then if you hold that to that auditory box that
Go,
you
Anna.
own. Anna, what are we serving tonight?
Jambon beurre.
Ooh, a Chambon bear.
I have been on Chambon many times in my life.
Many times?
And I love the beurre. So we have
Who
the
doesn't love the beurre?
we have the
Honestly.
quintessential ham and cheese, which when I did a video earlier today, I decided that was basically a charcuterie platter in a sandwich
Yep.
action, and we're gonna be pairing that up with French onion soup. So what's really cool is that we actually, because we are not doing it at my house, we have more room. We have a live studio
A live
audience today,
studio
so thank you guys so much for coming.
Yay!
Who knew that they were going to be enjoying my live culture this evening? But they are going to be our guinea pig.
They are, they're gonna be our
They'll be
guinea
a
pigs.
guinea pig. Is
A
that how
guinea
you
pig,
How do
uh-huh.
you say guinea pig in
How do you?
But anyway,
The piggy guinea.
we've got the piggy de guinea
Yes.
coming in tonight. But so we are, because of, I love food and I love wine. I love the pairings. But classic French onion soup. Maybe
Yeah.
I want to add a little twist to it. The classic Jamambert might
Yes.
want to add a little twist to it. So we are going to be tasting those things this evening. And for those of you that okay, a ham and sandwich. What's wrong with you, Brad? Why are you doing something
seems
specific?
so
It is
basic.
so unbelievably rich and elegant.
Yeah.
It has so much flavor. And so what we did is we no expense spared, despite the fact that we've been closed for 8 or 9 months. We flew French ham in specifically for this, and some French butter.
And some French butter.
The bread wouldn't have made it, so it didn't matter. So from our Frenchy friends over in Healdsburg, we got some Cousteau's bread to go on it. And we have these beautiful little sandwiches made.
Yep.
And they're going to go so perfectly with the French onion soup. And then the twist that I did on that today, typically you would have sherry in there.
Almost
Maybe
always.
you would have some white wine. Maybe
Sure.
you would have some red wine. But why wouldn't you want both? So it has sherry and white wine in there as well. And that's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to be
So you'll
tasting
get to
those.
try that if you come
and
to
if
Left
you
Bank
want
this
to
year.
try what the heck I've come up with for that, the Left Bank is going to be April 20th this
Yep.
year. And I think that's pretty much all they know. to
I
know.
think tickets will
of
go on
course,
sale the 1st.
The tickets will go on sale on the 1st. So all of that's kind of fun. But the other really cool thing that's going on is that everybody got an email, I think, yesterday.
Yep. It's wine club time, kids.
It is.
Just
the
dig in.
charcuterie. I'm hungry. I'm drinking. So we're gonna be tasting through a bunch of the wines
Yep.
for the that are gonna be going in the wine club.
Yes, sir.
And the reason for that is that for the main selection for the 3 and 6 bottle club,
Sure.
we've got 2 of the 3 wines are gonna be brand spanking
Brand
new.
spanking new. And exciting brand spanking new. Not just downstream.
What?
New.
Do I ever not?
No, your stuff's always upstream.
I was gonna say. They swim pretty quick.
They do. They
right.
do. But oh my God, I'm so excited for
So
both
we've
these
got
wines.
the
I can
brand
barely
new
wait.
Crew. And we have the brand new Element.
And
A
then,
lot
of
of my
course,
club
the
members
Freddy.
might say, Element, what is that? I have no idea what it is. Most
It's
of my
been a
club,
while.
Most of my club members probably have never even gotten that
That's
in a club
true.
shipment.
It's
We
been
typically make
years.
50 cases every couple of years, and
Yep.
so most of the time it doesn't go into the club. But this year it
What is the Element?
That is our Mourvedre-based blend, Grady.
Oh, once again, we're back on the Rhine. The Rhone.
I would say that would be the Rhone.
Yes, not the Rhine.
We're gonna be on the Rhine.
We will be on
if
the
you want to
Rhine.
mention that, that's fine too.
Okay, fine. Yes, the cruise
Guess
is
what?
coming. It's this year.
The
It's
cruise
this
is coming.
year.
The cruise is coming. Everybody take
We're
shelter.
so exciting.
Holy cow. We're
It's sneaking up on
we
us,
are
man.
5 months away
I know.
from being, we're going to be in Europe. We're going to have to hold our glasses like this.
Really?
We're going to have to put our fingers in the air.
Nice.
What was that? Oh, that finger? Which one were you showing me?
What finger,
Not
sir?
that finger. That was rude. Well, you're from France. I got it. We got a couple Frenchies in the audience. They flipped me off, and I thought it was.
They did not. That was his pinky.
Oh, he's got a big pinky.
He has a very
That's a
big,
big pinky.
We've heard that a lot.
So, gosh darn it, there's a whole bunch of us that are going to be going on the cruise. Actually, there's a whole bunch of us that are here tonight that are going to be
That's
going on the
right.
cruise. July 4th is when it
July
takes
4th,
off,
we're
right?
kicking off in Amsterdam.
And so most of us are going to be there by the 2nd or so.
I would imagine.
And today we're at the end of January, basically. We are 5 months away.
Oh my God.
And
Excited.
we're going to try, and for those of you that can't go, we're really sorry. Will we have somebody so you can drink Mercury wine while we're gone?
Probably.
We'll figure that out too. We might have somebody.
We'll have Fawn man the bar.
We have our great friends. I can poach Marie Ramazzotti, who all of you guys
Yes,
know.
you all know
She'll
her.
come over here and run the tasting bar.
Totally, yeah.
Not because she wants to, but because she's our really good friend. And then we got Susie, and so hopefully
Yeah.
we'll have the
We'll figure
tasting
this out.
room, because this is going to be brand new, and then we're going to abandon it.
And then we're
'Cause
leaving. We're out
Everybody's
to
going
Europe.
over to Europe, but it'll be so much fun.
I am
and so much excitement.
ready.
Yeah.
So ready.
And a lot of people have been asking, when am I going to send a wine? My wine is already on the way to Europe,
Yeah,
even though
it's on a boat.
5 months away.
Somewhere.
We have given them 38 cases
Cases
of wine
Sparkling. Dark side.
what?
God, just name
for.
a wine that you
We
love.
cannot send sparkling wine around the world. We don't have enough.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we are sending sparkling wine around
Unfortunately,
the
we've
world.
already sent it, so.
Okay, just to get people excited, the wines have been set because they are gone. We have the sparkling going.
Yes, sir.
Makes no sense. We did it because we love
Because
you. It's
we
going to
love
be
you.
so much
We're
fun.
gonna have so much fun.
Reserve Tempranillo. Why are we sending Reserve Tempranillo?
Because it's exciting.
That's exactly right.
And they won't
how
be
much
expecting
Viognier do we have? None.
None.
But is there Viognier going to Europe?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Most
Is
of
there-
it went to
is
Europe.
Is there Sauvignon Blanc going to Europe? Is there
Yes.
Rosé going to Europe?
Yes.
So we sent enough sparkling for sip and sail. So when we all get together, which
Yeah.
we're probably all going to be, I hope we all get on the boat in Amsterdam. Hopefully things don't
You
get
never
too
know.
crazy.
It could get kinda crazy.
But once we do
Oftentimes.
get on the boat, we're going to be doing sip and sail.
Yep.
And sip and sail is if we're going to be on a cruise and we're going to be having fun together, and we all love Mercury Sparkling, we're going to be starting with the Mercury Sparkling. So
We've
that's
got
how
to.
we're going to.
It's the way we're gonna leave Amsterdam. It's
Launch
gonna be
it.
amazing.
And then anybody that's not a Mercury Wine Club member, what you want to do so that they don't get their glass of champagne is what you want to do is elbow them and send them to the lower decks while we all enjoy the sparkling, because we
Very
only
smart.
sent 3 cases of sparkling, but it's going to
If
be so
someone
much
wanted
fun.
to come on this cruise, could we squeeze somebody in if you were
Here's-
like
here's the
extra
thing.
cool
Actually, I was just talking
or
with
something?
Janine and AMA just recently, and we've squeezed a bunch. We've oversold what they thought we could sell. There's way more people coming.
we have so many cool club members.
But come.
Yeah.
Tell them that you want to go, and you won't go on any other of their cruises.
Yep.
So let us know if you want to come, and we'll figure out how we can
We'll talk to
get you
Janine. We'll-
get you squozed
we'll give
in.
you a good word.
And then and then if
Lounge
there's
chairs.
not enough.
You can always sleep on the deck. It's
You
like when
could.
I was in Mexico in '83. Just slept on the beach.
Very similar to that.
Very similar to that.
Very similar to
Yeah.
that.
The wine was not as fine.
Sort of like when we were in Amsterdam.
I vaguely remember that.
I know. I lost you for 16 or 18 hours while we were there.
What a great town that is.
I know.
So many little tiny
It's
houses.
gonna be so much fun.
So much art.
So much art.
So much art. My God, we went from the Rijksmuseum to the Van Gogh Museum.
Just like that.
Unbelievable.
Just like
They're
that.
literally across the street. They're
The on-
across the canal from each other.
The only thing I would say is watch out for the guy in the 1972 golden Eldorado.
Eldorado.
There is one American
Cruising
car
down
over
the
there, and
Huge.
There's no room for European
no room
cars.
for a smart car.
But somehow
Or a
he
bicycle.
navigates this 1972 Eldorado convertible down these roads. I don't know how he does. Everybody runs, of
Yeah,
course.
everybody just moves.
Because you
They
can
get out of
hear
the
it.
way.
It's not running well.
No.
Hopefully it's still there, though, because if
It
it's still
probably
there
is.
16 or 18, how many years ago did we go?
It's 15-year anniversary this year, so
So
it was
16 years ago. So we were there 16 years ago. Can't wait to get back. And
So
and,
excited.
it wasn't Elvis. It was it was a
Just
blonde-headed,
art
obviously
dealer or
obviously an
something.
American,
Art
driving
dealer.
his gigantic boat through all the streets of Amsterdam,
Hilarious.
where there's no room for two bicycles,
bicycles
and, three
and a
humans.
person.
It was quite amazing with all
So
that.
I'm excited to go back for
And,
that.
and Danny, I see. Oh, guess what we're
What
we're
is
getting
Danny
ready for.
doing?
Oh, I know we're doing good. I
Okay,
just saw
good.
you over there. Danny's working the soup kitchen,
Nice.
looking good.
So we are drinking the Freddie Rose.
Okay, the Freddie
which is
Rosé.
in
So
the club
we put
this
that in the
time.
club.
21 Freddie Rose.
So what's up with that, Grady?
This year Cabernet Franc predominantly.
Is it really?
Zinfandel.
Oh, a little
A
Zinfandel.
splash of our friend Malbec, and you even had Dolcetto in 21.
Dolcetto was
Just
in there.
tiniest little splash.
I put Dolcetto in the rosé that year too.
Uh-huh.
Or the La Classique.
In a Le Classique, yeah.
Yes,
It
that
was
the one
special.
Time. Had a little smidge. Went great in both.
It's
so
really
this is our
good in this guy.
fuller-bodied
Yep.
rosé. For those of you, there's whole bunch of folks that because we typically don't put this
Don't
into the
put
club.
this in the club.
But I thought that'd be kind of fun to, for our folks that maybe have never had the Freddie Rosé. And so the thought process on this, you can see it's hopefully you can see it's much darker. So this
Definitely
is a Southern
darker.
Spanish style rosé or a Southern Italian style rosé. So it's closer to a red wine. It is rich, full-bodied,
Full-bodied.
but still light enough to put in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
Good acid and structure, and I can't remember what it tastes like. Let's see.
Let's see. You know, what I love about this is it's great barbecue wine, because when it's hot outside, you don't want to have a cab while you're sitting there flipping your ribs.
You don't?
Well, you can.
I fripped my lid one time, and I wanted a cab.
You did. But
This
with
is the
this
one.
guy,
This is the
guy,
one.
it still has the oomph to stand up to those richer
It does.
outdoor flavors.
So
However,
this can handle the fattiness of a rib.
I think it could. I've done that Pepsi challenge before.
Okay.
I'm seeing nodding from the studio audience. Yes. It definitely hangs out with that.
Yes, absolutely.
See?
I think you're
Telling you.
right. I think you're right.
It's a spectacular rosé, and I'm excited for the people who haven't tried this to get to try it. It evaporated.
It is.
That's weird. This new space must
It
have a
is
lot
okay.
of a lot of evaporation going on here.
Maybe we should put
Dehumidifier?
no,
No.
because if there's a lot of evaporation, you'd have the other.
A rehumidifier?
That's the one we want.
I will get on Amazon right now. Rehumidifier.
I think what you want to do is just put a pot of water out and hope that it
And hope for the
hope
best.
that it gets into the atmosphere.
Well, it is pouring rain out tonight.
It is. You wouldn't think it would be.
Thank
so
you all
dry
for
in there.
braving
Yes.
the wild weather to come out and have fun tonight.
I know, it's almost like what's happening back east. They're not watching. They have no internet. They have no power. They're not.
Jenny Etzer's watching.
Wait a minute,
Oh,
Jenny
sorry,
Etzer's-
Jenny.
Oh my God. Hey, I hope you guys are staying nice and warm. And you guys are like, maybe you warmed up your Cabernet and like are drinking
Perhaps,
that to try to stay alive. Because if things go south, I think if you hike out of your house with a couple of bottles of Mercury wine, you might make it to the next
Totally.
refugee
Oh,
center.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I really didn't think because our friends in Oregon, they don't have any power
No.
yet. So
No.
unless they decided to turn their generators on for a few hot minutes to see Brad and Grady, which I'm sure they don't
I'm
care
sure
about.
they did because
after being
because
it's-
propane is so
no,
cheap
yeah,
these days.
or the fact they can't get any more is becoming seriously into
It's
the deal.
kinda scary
I
out
didn't
there.
think any of our. Well, I'm glad that you guys have power tonight, and I hope that
Yay,
you're
and
staying.
thanks for watching.
Nice and toasty warm. You know. Not bad to have shut-ins to watch our show.
Is it?
Probably bumping
If
up
you-
our viewership.
Well, it's like COVID. They had nothing better to do. So yay, thanks,
we
kids.
should do these shows during more
snowstorms and-
intergalactic snowstorms that we're having. Yes.
Totally. Yes, that'd be great.
Holy smokes. But okay, so here's a fantastic rosé. So if
Yep.
you've never had it, don't be scared. If you love my wine, you're going to love it. But
Oh, yeah.
of course, if you know my wine club, if you're scared of this wine and you've never had it before, you don't want it, call us up, let us know. You can always change out.
Sure.
All of our wines are swappable. We sell out of everything. We don't need to force you
I'll
to have
swap
anything.
a dark cider there if you're feeling crazy.
Whatever you would like, you
Sure.
can have whatever wine. So, but hopefully you guys will try this because this is a really fantastic
they
wine.
should.
And we made it last in 2021.
Yeah.
We've got a few cases left, enough to run through the wine club and maybe a smidgen more. But
a
the
smidge.
one reason why I wanted to put it in, especially since we had that weirdness of not being open for 6 months where we can't
Right.
show it to people, but we've had a lot of club members join us since then.
Yep.
So of course they never had a
They've
chance
never
to
had
do
a
it.
chance to try it.
But we made another Freddie Rosé this year. But most rosés would be out immediately. But because this is a bigger wine,
Freddie.
it's going to be sitting in the barrel for a minimum of a year. So this isn't going to come out for a while. But I thought it'd be nice for all of our new club members
Right.
to try something that
So
they
when
may
you
never
do
have.
try it, call me up and order more for the summer because you're going to want it for the
Yeah,
summer.
we're not going to because it's going to the club.
Because
We're not going
once
to
it's
have a
in the
lot
club,
left.
there's only going to be like a case or two left. So please give
And-
Grady a call and,
And
I will
I
get
think
you
that
some.
it's, now that it's relaxed and it's had some bottle aging,
Yep.
it's really at its peak. And then we've got another really fun wine. And a lot of
fun
you
new
folks that
release.
are watching, we're at the blending party because
Yep.
that's our hardcore
All
friend.
the cool people in the blending party.
Thing. But this wine had been bottled for a month when you guys tasted it.
Yeah.
It was edgy. It was not
was
quite
young.
there.
Yeah.
But
It's there.
hey, simmer down. Don't put the cap on that back yet.
Sorry.
Because this wine is pretty crazy.
This is Doug and Patty's blend, lot
right.
13.
Doug and Patty.
They like to affectionately call it patio wine. Doug and Patty.
Doug and patio wine is what they like to call it.
Yep.
We love it. It is 50% of Syrah from somebody I know near and dear to my heart that happens
might
to
that
be
be?
3.5 feet from me.
In the studio
from the
tonight.
From the Pagoni
Yay,
Ranch.
Pagoni Ranch Syrah!
And then we have some, you don't have Malbec. If you did, I would have it. Some Malbec, not from the Pagoni Ranch, but just a smidgen
But
farther
just right up the street,
up the
actually.
road. And this wine has turned into something quite nice. Danny wants to wiggle his fingers at something.
Everybody's
Okay,
going
there
to
we
have
go.
some. It is surprisingly elegant on the upfront.
Anna, your comments when you first tasted this, I loved, and I don't recall them because it was 2 weeks ago when I was deciding what I was going to put in the club, and I had you taste this, and your words of wisdom were really quite amazing.
I don't remember what I said.
It's probably my fault. I do ply her with wine at work.
Let me think about it for a minute.
All right, do you want to sniff it and taste it real quick and then come back to you? All right, Danny, let her sniff and taste real quick, and we'll come back to Anna's amazing opinion that gave me the epiphany.
But it did give you an
But
epiphany,
she
yeah.
motivated me to put it in the club right now because it was great. No!
It's the Doug
It's the
and Patty.
patio wine. Okay, here's the deal.
No, she's been busy chatting with all the people
Anna's-
online.
Anna doesn't actually pay attention to the show. She pretty much checks out at 5:02 because that's when her paycheck stops. And she's like, I'm here off. I'm not getting paid for this. Anyway, I'll go ahead and describe the patio wine
Please
real quick.
do it. Please.
I'm going to do a little swirl.
Let's do a little swirl.
sniff.
I love this. This new tasting bar
Here's the
is
deal.
great for swirling.
I think that we decided that we didn't, if you just think if it's a 50-50 blend, you might think, oh, that's exciting. It's not exciting. Is it going to be complex? Is it not going
Yeah.
to be complex? This wine has a jovial and fun, young expression up front.
Yep.
And so you're like, oh, okay, I get what's going on here. It's just going to be something just something easy, fun. Unbelievably, 2 to 3 seconds later, this wine turns into this wonderful fun fruit comes up front. And then from the mid, it's got complexity, it's serious, it's fantastic. This wine is really fantastic, and we've never really had one. I've never made anything like this.
Nothing
And
like
it was-
this
This is
before.
why we love doing it.
Yep.
I love this wine.
I love this wine. It is such a surprise because, again, this year's winner, 34.5.66666 of one, and then a little bit of this and a touch of that, and it's super fun too.
I would say suckers. This is the way it goes. You just go 50-50 on these great wines, and it's ready
And it's
to go.
so good, but it's such a pleasant surprise
Here's the
because
deal.
it is unexpected.
Okay, we're 13, 14 years into this.
Yep.
Every one of these wines has been fantastic.
Yes.
Of course it is, because the people who love these wines create these wines. This is just another example of something interesting and fun, and
would
the
never
flavor
have come out
profile.
by
This
itself.
wine is just developing like a madman.
Like a madman. It is so different from September.
So you have the fruitiness of the Malbec up front, but the sophistication and elegance of the Syrah coming in the back. This
Wow.
is just a great wine. I
Wow.
absolutely love it. All of
is
us
insane.
said "wow" when we
literally
tasted
said the word
because
wow.
we all had it.
We did.
In September. It had just been bottled. It was going through whatever bottle shock is. If some scientist wants to explain that, in some equation, whatever. But the wine's disjointed. It hasn't come back together. This wine, fantastic.
Unbelievable.
I absolutely love it.
It's so
and
fun.
Danny's looking at his watch and wondering if he's going to get any screen time tonight. So I'm going to say that let's
Ladies
bring this
and gentlemen,
this Danny Fox.
Danny Fox!
We didn't know if you were going to get any time.
I was gonna say this has been far too long for any
my
screen time.
goodness.
It's about time.
It is
Danny,
finally
so
time.
good to see you. But he's been feeding our 1,000 people
That we
here
have tonight, yeah.
This has been-
Absolutely, trying
so
to get everybody
making sure
fed and
everybody's got some
everybody's
stuff.
so thirsty out there. I've been very busy.
Well, we got to make sure. Well,
we have a very thirsty audience.
that's the other common thread. That's why we sent 38 cases for all of us.
Yes, because we don't want people to go
Because
thirsty.
it's only a 7-day cruise, 38 cases, 38
That's
people.
barely a bottle a
Seems
person.
like we can partly. I don't know.
I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I
That's all I'm
think that
saying.
we're going to be possibly having to all bring an extra case of wine.
It doesn't hurt to tuck an extra bubbles in your suitcase.
If you don't tuck 2 extra bubbles in your suitcase, I don't know what you're doing.
All right.
Well, Danny,
so
what
everybody
Randy wouldn't
just-
allow me
I
to
just
bring
first
less than
wanna
2
say-
bottles.
I first want to say Happy New Year to everybody and welcome
Yes.
to our new Mercury space. It's very exciting. And yes, I am excited to get Anna and Grady out of my dining room.
Because
We've had so much fun.
Them, and
We've had a lot
have
of
had
fun.
A lot of fun.
Danny, just this morning, Anna was in your kitchen.
Anna can be in my kitchen. That's okay.
But it'd be better if she was in this kitchen.
Anyway, so yes, Happy New Year, everybody. This space is beautiful. We're really excited about it.
So much
Fun new things are happening for Mercury, and
That is a fact.
Thank you to everybody for supporting us through all of this.
It's been fun.
As well as the audience and our friends and family.
Thank you.
And thank you, Grady. Thank you, Anna. Thank
And
you.
we'll be out of your hair very soon.
Yes, and thank you,
Yay.
honey.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So,
what do you got?
let's carry on
What is
here.
this?
I
Look at
have
this.
some French onion soup that Brad and I made this morning. I
Nice.
cut 8 pounds of onions. It
was a lot.
was amazing. Brad
Wow.
had to leave the kitchen because he couldn't handle the
The
onion crying, and
I really can't handle the truth.
he could.
It sucks.
Truth bombs.
It was terrible. So much crying.
But
Couldn't
yes,
do
we
it.
made this beautiful soup.
Love it.
And the jamon beurre, jambon
Bongon
beurre,
Jagaba. So good.
little sandwiches that we made as well. And it pairs with.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
here's the deal. We're gonna see what it
we're gonna
pairs
see what
with
it pairs
here.
with best.
I
We're gonna
paired
workshop
it
this.
morning because this is the same exact food. Guinea pigs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guinea
This is
pigs.
what we're going to be doing for the left bank.
Yep.
So this morning I paired it with the rosé and the Pinot Noir. It was absolutely fantastic.
And we
But I
got the
also
Pinot.
thought it was rich enough that we could go something heavier.
Right.
So we're going to try some other wines
Like
with it
Rocket
tonight.
or something
It could be the
crazy?
Rocket. I would like to try the Rocket with
Let's
it,
try the
Grady.
rocket,
All right,
dude.
let me know so I can pour everybody, and so everybody can
Excellent.
taste with. So we're gonna start with what?
Let's
Rock-
start with the.
Pinot. What are we
Grady has Pinot.
I have peanut.
I have
Brad will
Rocket.
do
So
rocket.
here you go. And then you can send the
There
Pinot
you
and
go.
Rocket away.
starting? All right.
Word. Yay.
All right.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Thanks,
Let's do it.
There we go.
Danny.
All right.
You're
Good
the
to see you,
best,
Danny.
sir.
Hey, thanks
You're
for
the
all your
best.
hard work today, Danny.
Oh,
Good
thank
job.
you. You're welcome.
You're amazing.
I know.
So hardworking, so fantastic. But here's the dealio. So,
This is,
all right, you guys.
This soup, yeah.
I'm going to
This
send
soup is
out this.
visually
I'm going to
beautiful.
send out. You're not going to be able to really get it. We got some fantastic croutons, but because I'm going to be doing this for a large amount of people during Left Bank, broiling the cheese on the top didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So what we did is we made a little cheese sauce with the Gruyere and the Fontina. We whizzled that on the top,
Very nice.
so that we didn't have to worry about burning people's lips by
Right.
torching the cheese in there.
Yes.
And then another thing that we did is typically you were going to be using sherry, but I ended up using, for this blend, we used a little bit of the skins
Yep.
and sherry. And then, I don't know what the Frenchies are up to and forgetting to throw meat in there.
Right.
I went ahead and did a little prosciutto crumble. If you know me and you know my soups, I don't have a soup if I don't put prosciutto bacon on the top.
Exactly.
So I baked off a little bit of prosciutto and that's on
Thank you, Mr.
top.
Danny.
And that's why I think that we can pair this with a little bit
Oh, yeah.
fuller-bodied wine, up from the Pinot Noir into something like the Rocket. And then we got some Cousteau's little croutons in there. So,
Yeah.
of course, everybody wants a little soaked bread.
Of course, you got to dip it into the sauce. Into the sauce.
Here's the deal.
Into the sauce.
Man, French
Wow.
onion soup,
I know.
Big Papa Brad, and the whole, what the hell is going on in there? That is tasting fantastic. I don't even miss the charred cheese
No.
on the top.
You don't need it.
because
You don't need
I've
it.
got the cheese action with the, and then what do we call that? That's a bechamel, basically, a cheese sauce, or a bechamel, and then we added the Gruyere cheese to it. So you've got the Gruyere cheese flavor.
Yep.
But it's just not caramelized over the top, which I think is working.
It plays
just fine.
beautifully. And with that Pinot, I've got to say, it's
You
pretty
like it with the
stunning.
Pinot?
So I'm excited to see what you think about the Rocket. Because the Rocket, a little more elegant, a little more delightful.
I did the Pinot this morning for the video, and it brought out the earthiness of the Pinot,
Right?
and it was really striking. But I didn't have the ham because I totally forgot to put the prosciutto on there. The
Rocket works.
Rocket's doing just fine.
The Pinot is delightful. They place that
It's
richness
not
of
bringing
that onion.
it's not bringing the earthiness out, but it's really a nice pairing. The Rocket is just fine. Let me see if I can get some of those croutons.
Do a little crouton action.
Oh my God,
Wow, dude.
so good. This
That
is why-
expensive butter is
okay,
really
here's the
amazing.
deal. Oh God, dang it! Yeah, this isn't. All right, this is like a. All right, I hope everybody's really enjoying this because you basically. Thank you, Stephen. Yes, because you basically pass Valette maybe over to the other fancier restaurants. Maybe not single thread, but that sandwich. We imported a French ham, and then we imported French butter, and then we used Cousteau's, which is a French bakery here
Right here in Healdsburg.
in Healdsburg, just
So
south
fun.
of us here, to put this together. And it just so reminds me of being in France. And when I had a little bite of this sandwich today when I was doing it on for the video for
Yep.
Left Bank, it's like a little charcuterie platter that you can hold in your hand, right? So you've got the bread, you've got the ham, and then you've got this beautiful butter.
The butter is exceptional, sir.
And I know it sounds simple, but it's not. And then we were having
Depth
that
of
French
flavors.
ham
Yep.
on its own.
On its own.
And it has this wonderful. It's not the normal baking spices.
No,
it's
it
the
smells
clove.
clovey,
It's the
right?
it's got some clove action to it, but then the clove is tempered by that amazing butter. Mm-hmm. And then of course, a soft and fluffy piece of bread.
The bread is perfect. The bread is perfect. Thank you,
And then,
Cousteau's.
if you,
Amazing.
if you can bypass the clove and the ham flavor, you just let bread and butter, that's all French. So good, so delicious. And for all of our friends that are going on the trip, this is what we're going to be eating all the
Right.
dang time out there. I cannot wait.
I can't wait
French
to see what
butter. I
Gewürztraminer
think
does with
French
this.
butter, the butter fat is like 3 or 4% higher than American butter
Mm-hmm.
to do it, and so it just has this wonderful richness. That clove and warming spice goes great. And then
Dude.
here's what everybody else was freaking out about when all my friends on the left bank were going, "Oh, Brad, what are you doing?" But now you can dip this thing
You can
into
dip
that,
it into that delicious
and then just a little bit of that,
onion soup.
a little bit of that beef broth. Oof.
Oh yeah, it's stunning.
This is all I need. I mean, I can truly,
Oh.
I can live off
I
of
would
this.
be fine with this.
This is so fantastic.
I could have these
I don't know how
sandwiches
my
every
heart and
single day.
cholesterol are going to live with it,
Well,
but
you
here's
know.
the deal: we're going to
The
all,
wine-
we're all going to figure the wine is.
will-
Oh, that's right.
The wine is going to open
Right.
your arteries, so you can live to have a sandwich another day.
So my heart surgeon's going to open my arteries too, just
Yes,
in a little different way.
Well, you know what?
Don't
but
care.
That
don't
goes
care.
into your leg.
'Cause here's the
up
deal.
your heart, little balloon action.
The
Awesome.
happiness that I get out of this is just so
Right.
amazing.
I would rather
So
die
good with my-
happy than not have this. This is amazing.
And the rocket was absolutely fantastic with it too. But I just want to taste.
Dude, Element. The new Element is coming out.
Yes.
The 19 Element in your club shipment. Hang on to your hats, kids.
Or your arteries, whichever one you want to hang on to.
There are so many words to describe this word, but I won't say any of them.
Do it. Describe it.
you tell me.
You describe it.
You tell me.
Nothing explosive here.
Nothing explosive, very different
All
than the 16.
subtle, all nuanced.
But yet, there's a richness to the 19. All across the board, all the 19s have been tasting so spectacular right now. The 19 Freddy, out of control.
Oh, wow.
This new 19, new for us, new 19 Element, I would almost use the E word.
No, don't do it because it's not. Don't do it.
Doesn't your palate just dance? Don't you want to like
There's so many flavors.
blow up over the world with this thing?
No. No. It's not like an EMP at all. There's nothing about that. I'm going for the richness of the soup with this.
You know what? The richness with the soup plays beautifully.
Holy cow. Oh, and here's the deal.
Wow, kids.
I don't
Wow.
care what soup it is. I haven't found one that didn't work with. But
Yeah.
just baking a little bit of prosciutto in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes.
Yep. And then crackling that on
And
top.
then sprinkling that over the top.
Wow.
It just adds such a depthness, a depth and interestingness
and
to
interesting flavors
to
that you
the-
just don't
but
expect.
also really makes the wine and food come together, right? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh, Brad.
Actually,
Oh,
here's
kids.
the deal. The element in the soup. Anna, you should probably try the element in the
Try
soup.
the element with the soup.
With the
It's
soup
really
because
good.
the
'Cause the
element
Pinot is
actually goes
excellent.
quite nice.
Pinot was excellent.
The element has much more structure and some rigidity
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, but very nice with the soup as well. So you should probably try that as well. All right, and you know, Grady, if you would stop eating for a second and start talking, so I can have another
sorry.
bite because this is so freaking good. Holy cow!
I'm sorry. But you know, when we get these pairings that are so perfect, they're so much fun. I forget that we're on camera, and
Wow.
I'm just like pigging out.
Wow.
Because damn, Skippy, you guys did a great job.
That
This
is
exceptional.
fantastic. Man,
I can't wait until April.
well, here's the deal. It's just, you know, these are all the flavors that go great together. I'm sitting down for a while. These flavors all just go great together.
Yep.
There's a reason why these flavors went good with the French wines. My wines have
Sure.
a French style about them. Of course, it's American fruit.
Sure.
But the French style really lends itself to these rich, complex flavors.
Yep.
Because I think that my wine has a layer of flavors that a lot of other people's don't because they don't think about it. So when I'm thinking about the depth and complexity of a French onion soup,
Yep.
this is 8 pounds of onions.
Right.
With a smidgen of beef broth and a little bit of sherry and some wine.
So the intensity
but
of
it,
this.
somehow it brings out this flavor and this depth and this character, and then these wines just go fantastic with it. This is what it's about. This is why I make wine because it goes great with the food. This is what it's
This
what makes
is
me
what
happy.
it's about. And that's
It
why
really is.
we get to have way too much fun out here. And I cannot wait until every day you could
having
just
more.
wander in and see Grady and drink wine. Because, you know, I've missed that a lot.
He sits there and talks about if I leave my dining room for a few minutes, he'd be like, "Oh, can you taste the subtlety and nuance of this wine?" So he's been practicing.
I have, because I'm out of practice. I haven't poured wine. I was like pouring full glasses of wine for people because, I've lost my touch. Anna, you have a question.
We have a question from our live audience.
Oh, what?
Andra asks, how many pounds of onions will you need for left bank?
That's a great question.
We had 9 pounds for
I
this,
thought that we were really safe for tonight with 8 pounds of onions, and we're handling 12 to 14 people. I'm guessing it's going to end up being 24. Danny says 24. Okay, I'll defer to my professional chef slash husband slash screen time. Says 24 pounds of onions for sure. We're going to have 50
40,
to 60
50 at
people.
least,
yeah,
right?
easily. So, yeah, it is. And normally with 4 pounds of onions, it takes about an hour to sweat down the onions, to caramelize them and do all that. It took a little over 2.5 hours for me to
Wow.
get that. So we need to be thinking about that.
So we need to be starting this tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
Just might be
absolutely.
in time for April. Perfect. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh. Soft French bread,
There's just really
ham,
nothing
butter,
better. No.
wine is so
Wine.
good.
This is exactly why we do these fun things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, one thing we haven't mentioned
What haven't we mentioned?
is that we're going to give away $500 in wine.
Did we not mention that we were giving away $500 of your spectacular
I don't
wine?
think we did.
Maybe we did, but it was early when people hadn't tuned in yet. They were still warming up their computers when we
So,
said anything.
should we be thinking about that right
We
now?
should think about it at the end. I think we want to entice the people to
We're getting
just
close,
keep watching so they
but
don't
we're-
just go do things
I'm-
like play Pictionary or something.
I'm fine with people playing Pictionary if they need to.
well,
But
maybe they're just hanging.
We're
they're like,
just a few minutes.
I want to
awa-
play
we're
Boggle.
only a few minutes away from the end. Should we think about that?
We could think about that. I think we should totally pour ourselves another glass of wine and pick
Well,
a
what
winner.
else is coming in the club?
We've tried it all. We've tried the Element.
No, we haven't tried it all because the Case Club members get a couple
Well,
other different
Case
things.
Club members,
So-
they're special.
well-
they get extra. They get 18 Element.
They're not special. They just have more room.
They do have more room
They
in the
just
case.
have more room in the case.
They also have this delicious 20 Bastard.
What
in
is that
there.
about? What is that?
It's just a delicious bastard. And now that it's had some time, it has become an old dirty bastard.
Has
We're
it?
3 years in. It is,
I think it's still a little young before it goes to old
oh,
Dirty
I don't
Bastard.
know. They come, they go. They're young, they're old. You just never know. With these, especially when it's Malbec. You know, Malbec is so changeable. It's mercurial, one might say.
Is it? I thought the Messenger was.
One may say.
All right. So what do you think about that? Because I've still got a smidgen left, and I'm not going to chug this because this Element is just tasting
It's just
fantastic.
the Element is on fire, and we're all
And
excited
while
for
you're
you
while
to
you're
try
while you're
that.
sniffing and swirling,
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the Element a little bit. It's a dark blue flavor. It starts out with the blues. It is a blueberry, but there's wonderful cherries and some plums running around in there as well. But it is a dense wine. It is a full-bodied wine, and they can't get. In France, they can't get it that ripe, so they're never going to get this. So that's why it's a background blender typically. But when we can get it this ripe, we do it. And this wine, I just think it's fantastic. I love the blue flavors of wine with mixes of cherries and
you'd
plums.
rarely
in the
see
back.
them.
And so it's rare and
Or
it's
taste them.
different. And it went so fantastic. I'm not actually.
Yes.
all
So
right.
if you didn't bring any blues,
Hey, start
we'll
talking.
bring the
I'm not. Oh, Anna's strings. Good Lord. I'm gonna have another little bite of
Anna.
this.
I just want to say I did remember some of my thoughts about
the Doug and Patty.
Doug and Patty's blend was so beautiful because it had complexity. As young as it had complexity, great fruit characteristics. It was just a lovely wine. And as I just gulped down the last of my Element with that French onion soup, it was a beautiful pairing. I would not normally choose a wine like the Element, like you're saying, all that blue fruit with onions. But
Right.
somehow it was very complimentary. And it was lovely.
Straight out of Anna's
So good
mouth.
job.
Thank you, Anna.
So always, again.
No, that's a
don't
hot
always
take
say-
from Anna.
Don't just take the hot take from Brad.
and-
Go with your
and
palate.
typically Anna's hot
Be
take are not
adventurous.
so-
Pull that
not
wine out.
so-
See what happens. I know. Yeah, your hot
Anna's
take
hot
is Le
takes
Classique,
are
and
always
we're
La
okay with that.
Classique. It's amazing.
We are fine with that.
Brad, don't screw it up. Oh, by the way,
Oh yeah, how is the
Anna, one more
2023
time.
tasting?
Anna, one more time. Go ahead and turn your mic back on. I know she hates this. And you know she hates it. Hot take. Anna got a 375 of the new La Classique.
She did? Where was mine?
You tasted it too.
I don't remember that.
Are we okay?
I'm going to say I always get a little stressed when we get very close to selling out of a vintage that I really enjoy. But thank you, Brad, for the last two vintages calming my nerves because the new Le Classique is lovely. It's going to be wonderful, and I'm not worried.
Yay!
Oh, that is a
Thank
huge
God, that is
relief.
dude,
because here's the deal.
Could we continue as a brand if Anna didn't
Working
like
with
the Le
Anna
Classique?
every day is stressful enough, but then if she hates my wine, much worse. So the fact that she truly loves the new La Classique Rosé, it's great. That makes me very happy. So the reason why I asked her that question is, even though we didn't have a tasting room, doesn't mean that we lost the winery. And the winery is still producing absolutely fantastic wine, more than we probably should be producing, because I don't care that we're closed, because I know that we're going to be open, and we will be here shortly because we've got this great space.
Yep.
It is fantastic. I was supposed to make less wine this year. I didn't. I made more wine.
I know.
And I can't stop doing it. And do I not do this rosé again this year? I can't. So the neat part is we're going to be opening up. We're going to be having even more wines than we normally have.
Yeah.
This is great. Just let everybody know, our friends in Florida that have been absolutely fantastic. We are going to be actually distributing wine in Florida here coming in the new year. We've got some absolutely fantastic winemaker dinners that we're going to be doing in Florida. We've got winemaker dinners in Arizona. Again, if you think you've got 35 of your favorite friends and you want
35 of your closest
to
friends.
invite me out, we're going to be doing that as well. There's so many great things that are happening with Mercury. I can't even express it. But the most important thing for me, and it probably hurt this company, was to be back in Geyserville, California. I could have been in Healdsburg 4 days after we lost the space. I could have been in Cloverdale 4 days after we got the space. And I love my friends in Healdsburg, and I love my friends in Cloverdale. You guys have Cloverdale's awesome. It's up and coming. It's going to get there. But Geyserville and Mercury Wine, to me, are synonymous. And I thought we were going to have a space in 2 to 3 months. We lost the space in April, and here if somebody wants to do the math, whatever, we're in January, and it's still going to be 2 or 3 months before the government gives me a license to open up here. But Geyserville is important to me, and I think it's important to you guys as well. Whether you visit here from Florida, or you're visiting here from Pennsylvania or Washington, D.C., or my fantastic French friends that come here, and there's nothing more that I love when a person from France loves my wine. That makes me so happy. But I can't tell you how excited I am that I am literally 8 feet south from my previous building here in Geyserville. It is so important for me to be here. It's important for my wine to be here because Geyserville is who Mercury. It's the embodiment of Mercury. This little fantastic town, just a little north from whatever Healdsburg is, slightly north from Santa Rosa, whatever San Francisco is, but it's its own special place. It's funky and fun. Grady's term, 60 yards of awesome.
60 yards.
Because
of
it
awesome.
is. And Ann and I were just talking about the Bosworths. The Bosworths have been living here for generations. And the Bosworths, even though it's not a mercantile shop anymore, it's a Western wear shop. And they are still here well over 100 years. I was just opening up when Dino at Diavola Pizzeria, some of the best damn pizza you're ever going to have, internationally or not. It's fantastic. Domenica with Catelli's. When I came here, it was Santi. There was a little struggle with having the family run the space that started in 1920 something. I can't remember the exact date.
Easily, yeah.
And then Santi left, and Domenica came back. And this is just a really special place. And I wanted to let you guys know that were worried about me, why I don't have a space right away. The thing that you need to understand is that Geyserville is so important to me. I was willing to risk the financial stability of the business to stay in Geyserville. It was that important to me. And so we ended up being 8-9 months without having a tasting room. And we're gonna go another 2 months. Maybe the government won't let me open up for even a few more months. It might be a whole year, but my dedication to this town and what my wine is about Geyserville. So thank you guys all for sticking with me. I super appreciate it. I want you to come and enjoy this space. Again, my new best friend, Ellen, who runs the coffee shop that we're gonna be into. So it's gonna be Fermata Coffee and Mercury Wine. She's going to be creating new menus to pair with my wine. So we're gonna be able to get coffee and great little Sammys and all sorts of fantastic things like this. It's just really great. And I can't tell you how happy I am. I've got wine refrigerators, yay! I've got a new tasting bar. I can't tell you how happy I am. It's been such a long journey, and I love the fact that you all stayed with me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for supporting Mercury, the brand. You're supporting my brother, you're supporting my husband Danny, you're supporting Anna, you're supporting the town of Mercury, or not the town of Mercury, it should be.
Well, you know
Maybe
what?
one day
We're
we'll-
going to call this Mercuryville now.
Was that a Freudian slip? Was that a Freudian slip? But thank you for supporting such an amazing little community. And trust me, so many people in Geyserville are happy that Mercury Wine is going to be reopening. Ramazzotti Wine is going to be reopening here pretty soon, and I know a lot of you love them just as much. So I just wanted to say thank you guys very much for supporting and staying with us. And gosh, dang it, 24. No bore. This is going to be good stuff.
gonna be
so I just want to say
amazing.
thank you guys. And do you have anything on top of that,
Let's
Greg?
find out who won $500.
Oh, the
worth of
one
delicious
last
wine.
guy! Okay, let's do. Oh, we have a special 500. Yum yum! So thirsty, so thirsty. So many tickets, so little time. What are we gonna do, Grady?
Yay.
And here's the
Oh,
deal.
you cool kids.
If he didn't get picked,
Thank you for
Grady,
buying wine over the holidays.
Grady's fingers are sticky, so I have nothing to do with this. Who could it be?
Claudine Simpson.
Yay!
Thank you, Claudine.
I was thinking we should have picked somebody that was here tonight.
Wait a
since
second.
It was
Hold on a
random
second. Let me put my glasses on.
No, Claudine. Hopefully, Claudine is online tonight. She's super
not,
fantastic.
we'll shoot
She's
you an
actually
email.
she is a local. She's just down in here.
Yeah, she's just down the street.
But Oakmont.
Ew.
Okay, is that?
Oh,
is that-
fancy Oakmont.
Oh, that's in Santa Rosa. It's fine.
It's fine. We still like them too.
But we have
Yay!
plenty of people from all over the country buying great wine.
And thank you
but
for
one
that.
One of our local people ended up doing
Yay.
it. But I just wanted to.
She's delightful. We love you, Claudine.
Absolutely. Yay, Claudine.
Yay,
Thank you. We see you all the time, so I can't wait to see you again.
Yes.
And next couple times she comes, she's going to get some
She
free wine.
could just pick out all the wine she wants, and
Right.
I will have a hard time
Oh,
bringing
she
it
can
to her
bring
car.
wine to all of her friends.
She
and
could,
gifts
because
and
she
all
has
that kind
lots
of
of
stuff.
friends. She
That
always
is a
brings
fact.
fun friends.
That is a fact. But anyway, I think that's what I've got to say. I'm feeling really good. The wine club is going to be coming shortly. We've had a whole bunch of people already make some changes
They have,
because they
yep.
wanted to add some stuff. A lot of people were just adding
Adding
stuff.
fun things, 'cause they wanted
on.
more stuff.
So
So they
that's
drank
very
it all
cool.
for the holidays, which is
Right,
wonderful.
the holidays are over. Your
Just one
wine
quick thing.
cellar is
The Bastard's really good.
Oh,
You should
is
buy
it?
some. It's fantastic.
is it pretty tasty? Oh,
It
Anna
is
says,
tasty.
oh, is it good? I haven't had any.
Well, maybe we could spread it
well-
around and everybody could try a little Bastard.
well, if you paid attention to our live feed, maybe you could have had some.
Maybe you could have.
Instead of all that clickety click and typety type that you've got going over there. All right, I didn't get any Bastard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it? Could you describe it? Because I can't.
Rich, elegant.
I needed
Oh, wait.
I needed some screen time anyway before we left.
Hi.
Danny, how you doing? Looking good. Oh, actually,
I just wanted to get
match
you
the
some,
label, the whole.
Yes,
thing.
yes.
A little bastard.
So your
Flash
hair
that
matches
beautiful
the copper, the blue
level.
matches-
Oh my God, sexy.
total package.
Sexy.
TP is what we call Dan.
Right here.
TP.
Oh, I've been called worse.
So as we're heading out, I can
Why,
describe
thank you,
the
sir.
Bastard.
There you go. Now you can describe the
All right, and
bastard.
Anna let a little hoot out. She might.
I know.
She might.
She made. All right,
right.
4 seconds.
4
go.
minutes. Okay, I'm getting a little. It's a darker. It's not like a bright cherry, dark
No,
cherry. It
it's
could be a
more
plum.
like
Could be.
maybe
It is Malbec.
Yes, mostly Malbec, a touch of Cab, and a touch of Merlot this year. Would you call that a dusty cherry up top there, brother?
I'll give you a dusty cherry.
But what are you going to raise with?
I was gonna raise you on a rich plum.
On a rich plum. Oh my God, 4 rich plums. Totally beat a
know,
dusty cherry.
I know.
I've been sold down the river.
Wow. The 2019 Malbec, super rich,
Yeah.
very elegant, right?
Definitely.
This is slightly brighter, but there is some richness going on
There is some
here.
rich, and again, once you let it sit on the palate after you've swallowed, that richness comes back and just sits there. I wouldn't even call it retronasal. I think it's just there.
No, I wouldn't do that either. And then I'm thinking it might be quite nice because it's a little brighter than the other wines we tried with. It's got some brightness to it. I'm thinking it might be nice with
Well, let's try it.
oh, that soup, Anna. That's
Oh my God.
amazing. Great
If
job.
it takes 40 hours to boil down your onions, it's got to be worth it.
It is.
Because it is freaking delicious.
I take it back.
Yeah?
Soup's a little bigger than this one.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of oak or acid in this one. It's a little bit richer and fuller bodied. I'm going to say that you need something with a little more tannin or acid to work with the soup.
However, if that's all you had in your cellar, I would kick it out of
Oh,
bed
I
for
think it's.
crackers.
Oh,
I think I'd be
you know,
excited about
I'm
it.
always very critical.
You are,
of-
because you're
of
the
these
winemaker.
things.
You wanna make
is
the
it
perfect.
Just fine and delicious.
Hell yes, it is.
But if I was gonna have my druthers, this element.
And the nice thing is,
It
if
has
you
a
see
little more
Brad's cellar,
intensity.
he can have his druthers.
No.
I can't have my druthers. I get the drapes and drags.
Oh.
And that's why I need to see you, because I always get the little ends from the end of the day. So I need you to come in and drink wine and leave me just a little bit to take home to Brandy.
All right, that sounds good.
Anyhow.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just thinking that because I was getting nostalgic. I'm already just loving this space.
It's super exciting.
Obviously, we just have a couple of things in here
We have
right
a
now.
flag. We have some pussy willows. We're having fun. We're rubbing them gently on our face when the camera's not on. Because they're soft.
Some things never change. So.
So get it here.
Holy cow. Well, with that, I lost all my train of thought. But I was.
Has your train derailed somewhere outside of
I was just thinking
Flagstaff?
that I'm just really loving the space, and I'm really getting into it, and I'm loving the fact that we're going to be able to have food all the time.
Yes.
To pair with these wines.
Yes.
Or if you just want to have a tasting great without food, that's fine too.
Yes.
We've got. It's gonna. elevate the experience that you had before. We're going to be able to get plenty of people in here.
Heck, yes,
Plus,
we
we
are.
have some outdoor space, and then plus, obviously, we still have the outdoor space where we do the large events and stuff like that. It's just very nice. And then, of course, our good buddy Jim Ricard.
Thank you, Surrey.
Yeah, I know. Surrey says.
Surrey
that-
says it's 6 p.m.
Surrey says it's 6 p.m. and you need to be done. Stop talking. Stop flapping your lips. I'm like, Anna, Danny, stop it. You know, our good friend, we're going to be still doing. Everybody loved it when we did an event up at Jim Ricard's space.
Oh, yeah.
When they were closed on Sunday, and we're going to be doing some more of those as well.
Fun.
But
so
in
much
a
fun.
perfect world, in the next 2 months, we'll have our license and be ready to go. Obviously, everybody that's watching is going to be well informed, and we'll let you know what's
Yes,
going.
yes.
But this has been great. So good to see everybody. I hope
Nice to see
if you're
everybody.
in the winter vortex / tornado ice storm, whatever that happens to be, I'm so glad your power's still on. You can watch us.
Yes, thank
Hope you're enjoying some great Mercury wine, and that's keeping you warm. And we'll see everybody very soon.
Thank you, kids.
All right.
Yay! Thanks, everybody.